listening to Coach Hilliard try to inspire his guys. You know, they're out of gas. They've been getting pressed up and down the floor. These pesky Alemany Warriors have sucked the life out of Harvard Westlake. What does Harvard Westlake have in the tank to try to make up 5 points in the last 17.8?
Well, after 4 turnovers, it's the Harvard Westlake team. It's 22-3 overall. Alemany 16-10, but if they can hold on, they will go into their bracket, their 4AA division, with great momentum.
And Harvard Westlake needs some threes. They've been reluctant to shoot threes even in the final minute when it's been desperate.
Into Gersey, and Firestone fouls him, riding him about 3 or 4 feet on the baseline. And Max is going back to the stripe, already with 30 points on his resume. That's the end of Nicky Firestone's night. Hits his 5th personal foul. Nicky's come back, and give him credit. He was instrumental in their victory over Crespi. And came back after a torn ACL, out much of the year, and has really been a spark on his return to Harvard Westlake.
Played a lot of pesky defense tonight, a lot of speed.
Gersey with 31 points. He's certainly a candidate for player of the weekend game. Of course, Jordan Fuller's had a phenomenal game as well. Free throw by Gersey is good. He has 32, and this one is salted away for Trey Meeks. He's got the win that he desired, and he's got another turnover. Jericho Richardson.
Let's keep away.
Gersey, and they're a lot of bounce in the step of Alemany now. They have upset the Wolverines of Harvard Westlake, 82-75. Look at the expressions on the faces of the Warriors. You think they didn't want to win here? So after losing 3 games, 2 of them to powerhouses in the final half minute, they come into North Hollywood and upend the top-ranked team in Division 3A, 82-75, spearheaded by a 32-point performance by Max Gersey and having a great shooting performance by Jordan Fuller, who poured in 23 with 6 3-pointers. We'll come back with our player of the game and our post-game show. 82-75 Alemany over Harvard Westlake. We'll be back right after this.
Team isn't in your hometown? Grab a pass. NBA League Pass from Time Warner Cable Sports. It's your ticket to see the teams, players, and matchups you want to watch. 4 payments of $24.75 get you all the action for the rest of the season. Call 1-877-TWC-4221. Order now. Plus, don't miss out on NBA All-Star Jam Session, presented by Adidas, February 18th through 21st at the LA Convention Center. Check out the Time Warner Cable Sports Step Through the Screen experience. Shoot your own fan video and more.
Hello, I'm Ron Roberson. All month long, we'll be bringing you stories about some of the most influential African Americans living right here in Southern California.
It's a time for teaching. It's a time to celebrate our Black history, and it's also a time for historians to teach.
Our special reports on Black History Month. Catch it through the month of February exclusively on Time Warner Cable's Video on Demand.
And welcome back to Harvard Westlake, where Alemany rolls into the gym and absolutely stuns, astounds, shocks Harvard Westlake 82-75. Would you believe they trailed by 16 in the 3rd quarter, and they turned it all around with some hot shooting down the stretch. Now on my left is our player of the game, Max Gersey. Max gets this nice trophy, and congratulations to you. Talk a little bit about how this game morphed from a Harvard Westlake romp to a surprising Alemany win.
We just came out hard. You know, our game plan tonight was to stop the bigs, and we did that. We did a good job stopping them in transition. We got easy buckets, and tonight we hit most of our shots tonight, and it was a great game all around.
What that means is you hit your shots, because you were putting up some moon balls from close to half court, and they were letting you take them, and you dropped them in, and they kept letting you shoot.
Yes, sir. I had a good shooting night, and it was great.
Well, we're watching a few highlights from this game, And shooting from the outside, you drop them in. I noticed you were also pretty fearless going down the middle and dropping them in between the tall trees and hitting the deck right there.
Yes, sir. I just try to attack the basket, get my teammates involved. I'm proud of my guys, and being the leader of this team, I'm glad we got this win.
You showed up on campus as a 9th grader and they threw you into the starting lineup. You've been a 3-year starter and a leader of this club. Talk a little bit about the transition, the movement towards where you are right now, which is a playoff contender and maybe a championship contender.
Yes, sir. Last year, we unfortunately lost in the championship game, CIF Division 4. This year, we're looking to make a deep playoff run, and this year we're looking to win that CIF championship.
How much do you feel like it's on your shoulders?
My guys do a great job assisting me, and we're just doing a great job overall. I think there's no pressure on me because my guys, they're always there to help me out, and I'm there for them.
Was there a point in this game where you're saying, man, these guys are just too big and too tough?
No, sir. We just came in just to attack.
When did you know that you had this game salted away?
I think it was my last 2 free throws when I made them. I just felt a great amount of joy, and at this one I sealed the deal.
So you guys are going to go into the playoffs. You're probably the 4th team from your own league, but still considered a contender to win the title in D4. Talk a little bit about what this kind of win can do for you guys going into the playoffs. What kind of confidence does this give you?
Coming into this game, we were on a 3-0 losing streak. Today, it really boosts our confidence winning this game. One of the top teams in the San Fernando Valley. We did a great job tonight. It's going to boost our confidence a lot.
Well, I've been holding this trophy up. I want you to take it because you're taking it at home as our player of the game. Max Gersey with an all-time performance. 30 points as he helps Alemany beat Harvard Westlake 82-75. An absolute seesaw affair that gets settled in the final minutes. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, sir.
Well, hey, that's Max Gersey. I'm Jake Downey. This is Time Warner Cable, Channel 101. We'll be back after this.
Time Warner Cable Sports is proud to present the Game of the Week. Catch all the action each week as we bring you full-length coverage of prep sports from throughout Southern California. Tune in each week for exciting basketball action on Time Warner Cable's SoCal Channel 101. We'll feature 2 games each week with convenient air times. Or tune in to our free video-on-demand service to watch whenever you're ready. Time Warner Cable Sports, your source for great sports action.
I just want the internet to work for me, and with Time Warner Cable, it does. I run a family practice that offers quality personal medical care. Time Warner Cable's technology allows me to set up my micro practice the way I want. Patients can communicate with me 24/7 by email or set up an appointment with the click of a mouse. I rely on the internet to stay in touch with my patients. Time Warner Cable gives me the reliability I need. My name is Dr. Gary Cito, and I am a Time Warner Cable customer.
Time Warner Cable Sports is covering SoCal, and you can see it all each week exclusively on High School Sports Rewind. Packed with plenty of sports coverage. Along with the exciting highlights each week, there are in-depth team spotlights and player profiles featuring top student athletes. Tune in every Tuesday at 7 and 10 p.m. on Time Warner Cable Channel 101 or catch it 24/7 on our free video-on-demand service. Exclusively on Time Warner Cable.
Well, the final game of the regular season was a great contest and a wonderful performance from visiting Alemany, outlasting Harvard Westlake 82-75. Randy Roseman back with big game Jake Downey one more time. Player of the game, Max Gersey, tying a career high of 32. He had a 32-point game against Hawthorne earlier this year. But it wasn't just Max Gersey. Alemany's quickness able to really bother Harvard Westlake.
Well, you know, you have to use what you have, and certainly Alemany did not have a size advantage. They had a size deficit against the tall trees from Harvard Westlake, but they used their speed and their quickness and their tenacity to their advantage, forcing a lot of turnovers into points, and that's instant offense off of defense, and coaches preach about that. And you know what defense is? Defense is hustle, it's tenacity, it's staying with it, and thinking about where the ball's going to go. And Harvard Westlake did that at every turn. An impressive win for them. I can't think how this wouldn't give them enormous confidence going into the playoffs.
So Alemany wins by 7, and Jordan was great. Not Michael Jordan, but Jordan Fuller with 6 threes as we look at the second half highlights. And keep in mind, earlier on, Alemany was down 16 in this half.
But you know what? They hung tough. They stuck to their game. They pressed, and they made plays. They made shots.
First was Coleman. That was Jericho Richardson. And then the threes started to fall. You know, Fuller was sensational. Again, he hit 6 of them. Here's Max Gersey from deep. The money ball again for Gersey, and then Gersey on the drive.
Oh, man. Fearless down low. Fearless from the perimeter. Gersey was the perfect 10.
Ed Asamoah finished with 22 and had a nice second half. But here's a breakaway and the finish again from Fuller, who finished with the 23 points. So you combine 32 and 23, 55 points for those two outstanding perimeter players, Gersey and Fuller. It was tied 55 after 3 quarters, but I'll never forget that late run in the third quarter when Alemany wiped out that 16-point deficit, and Gersey hit the 3-ball to tie it at the end of the quarter.
Well, we did see the momentum shift, but that was a dagger. To tie it at 55s going into the final quarter just changed everything, and it lit up the bench, and it lit up the fans sitting behind the Alemany bench, and it changed a lot, and it gave Alemany even more confidence going into the fourth quarter that, hey, they can run with these guys. And confidence is everything, especially if you're an outside shooting team. If you got to put up shots from the 3-line because it's tougher to go down low when you're not as big, you need to feel that. You need the eye of the tiger as you're putting up 30-footers. And that's the other thing. They were putting up some 30-footers because Harvard Westlake was contesting the line. They weren't contesting it from half court, believe it or not. They were letting Alemany shoot those shots. And Alemany was taking those shots from well behind the arc and dropping them in.
Harvard Westlake still is a premier team, and they have a great chance as we go into the playoffs in Division III. They are very much a title contender, as is Alemany in Division IV AA. Well, that's going to wrap up a wonderful night at North Hollywood at Harvard Westlake. Alemany, the visiting team, rallies and wins 82-75 over the Wolverines of Harvard Westlake. For Jake Downey, big game Jake Downey, and our entire Time Warner Cable crew, I'm Randy Rosenbaum. So long for now, and we'll see you during the playoffs right here on SoCal Channel 101. So long, everybody.